The People Station 107 Jamz, the big homie Erik hanging out inside the afternoon jump off Lake Charles, man. This is an honor for me. I've been listening to this dude for a long time, man, and he never ceases to amaze me, man. He always comes back with more hits, and right now he got like this new banger. It's called 123 Victory. It's off a new album called Losing My Religion, but it's got a nice little twist to it. Pharrell is on the remix, and we doing it up real big, man, but I got him on the phone. Kirk Franklin is in the house. What's going on, Kirk?
Sir, what's going on, sir?
Man, everything is all good. Thank you for calling me inside the afternoon jump off. And like I said, man, the new single, bro, when I heard that, it was already banging. But when you came with the remix, dude, you took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, man, man, we just trying to reach people, man. We're trying to make people, just don't believe that whether you go to church or you don't go to church, man, man, that the music that talks about the love of Jesus, man, can meet you wherever you are, you dig? And that's all I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to be, I'm just trying to be a light in any person's darkness,
And that's true, man. I mean, you're definitely doing that. I got to know, man. I mean, obviously, you know everybody in the industry, but how did this collaboration come about?
Well, man, we've been friends for about 15 years.
Okay.
We've been trying to do something for about 15 years, and, we never could find the right time that made sense. And, during the season of all the killings and shootings, we thought, man, this could really be a good time, a really good moment. And so, man, here we are, trying to point people back to something that's more important and more bigger than themselves.
Man, one thing I can say about you, man, is I remember, obviously when you first came out, Kirk Franklin and the Family, The Reason Why I Sing, Silver and Gold, definitely some classics. But I think you really, and I'm sure you've heard this a lot, but I really feel like you bridged the gap. You brought the young and the old together. It was a lot of folks who probably had strayed away. And I think it was a lot of your music and a lot of the artists that you work with really kind of transformed back or brought them back into the church, man. Like, how do you feel about being able to bridge everybody together and still now, like they can put on Stomp at a family reunion, and I think everybody's going to have a good time with it.
Man, man, more than anything, I'm just trying to be a light, really, man. I'm just trying to be, just whatever God wants me to be and not really get caught up in, if it's me doing it or, if it's Fred Hammond or Ty Tribbett, because, man, it's like, man, God don't care about names.
Yeah.
Man, he care about his glory, you dig? And I'm, just really glad to be a part of, just his family and trying to tell people about how incredible and how much he loves them and how much he wants them to love him back.
Yeah.
And so, that's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm alive.
And one thing, when you go into the studio, man, like with your production and with your writing and everything, I mean, obviously, especially whether you're working with Tamela Mann or whether you're working with Miss Shirley Caesar or, so many others, like, how do you pick what works for a particular artist?
Well, because I'm a fan, as I think first I'm a fan of the people that I work with.
Okay.
So, when you're a fan, you imagine in your mind what they would sound like and what they would do, and it's really incredible how God gives me the song for that person I'm working with,
Yeah.
And man, I'm just very thankful, to have that opportunity, to be, just a fan of so many incredible, beautiful people, that allow me to work with them.
Man, what do you look for when you, especially with the new artists that you work with, what do you look for as far as talent right now, especially with the new age, the whole new style of music that's out there right about now? Because you're probably one of the main gospel artists or contemporary gospel artists that can really merge R&B, hip hop, and gospel together. So, what do you look for?
Well, really, what I look for more than anything is character.
Okay.
Your character, because anybody can sing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, anybody can get down. I want to know how you living, how you treating your wife. Are you faithful to your, to your home? You know what I'm saying? Or are you out there doing the fool? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But are you really 100 about what you believe? And to me, that's more important than anything right now in my life.
And I just got one more question, man, before we jump off into the new single. Like, when you work with artists, obviously like Kanye West or BJ the Chicago rapper or other artists like that, do you expect, unfortunately, to get flack from some people in the gospel community? Or, like, what do you feel like your purpose or mission is when you're working with these artists?
I know that, that everybody won't always understand, and I totally respect that. Really, I mean, that's something that I argue against. I know, that there are many Bible scriptures that could point, to Jesus sitting with sinners, and that I can know, there are many Bible, verses to talk about. You can tell a tree by its fruit, So I'm just praying that people will allow me to try to plant the seeds and be patient with the fruit, because the fruit in people's lives ain't gonna grow overnight,
Yeah.
One thing that's different about other people is that, man, a lot of these people, they're living their lives in front of the camera. Where me and you, or, just, a person that may have a 9-to-5 job,
Yeah.
Whatever he doing, he ain't got a camera in his face every day. So, his growth in God and his stumbles and his falls are not being recorded, us to judge and respond to.
Sure.
So I'm just praying that people will, be praying for me as I'm out here in these streets,
Yeah.
trying to plant these seeds, man.
Well, man, I tell you what, I just want to thank you for giving us like great music for all these years, man, whether it was with the family, New Nation, God's Property, or even on the solo tip, man. I mean, you definitely helped my family. You've helped a lot of my friends, and like your music just really gives total motivation. That's why I love like the whole Losing My Religion album. It was long overdue, and I'm loving it. But the single, man, we got to get into it. 1, 2, 3 victory with you and Pharrell, man. You want to announce that?
Yo, man, all my beautiful, good people, man. I want you to be able to remember, man, that God loves you just the way you are, but loves you too much to keep you that way. And it won't last always. Storm won't. And here's your boy, Kirk Franklin, with my man, Pharrell. 1, 2, 3. If you got victory, let's get up.
Right here on the People Station, 107 Jamz and 107jams.com.